Hi, Roger here again. Welcome back to my channel. In the video today, I am going to be showing you how to set up a table in your word processor, and I'm going to be using Microsoft Word in particular. So please watch through until the end. All right, so to jump into it quickly, so you're using Microsoft Word and you need to create a table. You're probably doing some graphics, well, not graphics. You're probably doing something that requires that you presents data in a tabular format. And so, yes, a table would come in, pretty much good there to represent that data. All right. So to do that, well, of course, you're gonna open up your word processor. As I mentioned earlier, I'm using Microsoft Word. Then you're gonna go to the Insert tab and click here where it says Table. Now, I should add that before you go ahead and do anything, the first thing that you need to do is to determine where in the application, where in your document, actually, yes, you are going to insert the table. And then you're going to position the cursor at that point, and then you begin. Of course, the table can be created just about anywhere, and then you relocate it to another area. But I mean, it makes more sense for you to just insert it at that point that you actually want it from the get-go. All right, so from your insert table tab, there are different features that can be used to insert a table. Let me start from here. So the templates, your templates, and they're very attractive, I should say, too. So if you flip through here, you'll see all of these different templates that Microsoft presents us with that you can actually use. So you can click on a particular template and you can actually customize it too to your suiting. You can actually also make an insert from Microsoft Excel. You can also draw a table. You can also use this feature here, which is insert table, where you define the amount of columns and rows, and you can make other adjustments in terms of defining actually how you want the columns to be. If you want, for instance, the columns to just perfectly fit the content, or if you want the table to occupy the entire width of your document, it can be set up to do that. All right, but I'm not going to be using the insert table feature. I'm going to use the grid here. So from the grid, notice that as I position the cursor, as I move the cursor to the right, it actually highlights each column. And notice in the document too, so notice in the document that as I move across, it increases the amount of columns. If I move down, it increases the amount of rows. And notice too at the top of the grid that you see the amount of rows and columns that are to be included as I move the cursor along the grid. So I want 3 columns and 4 rows. That's it. Click there. Once I click, it's going to be inserted. All right, so that is pretty much it, how to insert a table using that feature. Now I'm going to copy over the content from this table to here. Well, I need to copy this without the shading, because I'm going to show you how to insert shadings there. Just copying over in the interest of time. All right, so now for shading, right click the column, well, not the column, row actually, that you want to shade, and then you're going to go here to it says shading, click that bucket, that drop down arrow, and then you can select from there the particular shade that you want to have for the row. I should say that when you're doing this type of thing, that consider your reader, consider the person or persons you're going to be presenting the document to, and make sure that it is presented in such a way that it is suitable for the audience. But first of all, let me change the shading, I'm going to change that to blue. All right. And of course, to change the font color for there, it's highlighted. So click here where it says font color. And yes, select the shading that you want. All right. Of course, it is important that when you are doing this type of thing that you consider, how the colors complement each other. All right. And of course, considering that it is a heading, I'm going to bold. But you want the heading to stand out, so click on the B there to bold. We're also going to center, and also we can change the font size. Let me see. I'll change it to 15. All right. Okay. All right. Now another thing that I'm going to do is to adjust the table so that the content fits the columns, or the columns fit the content just exactly. And to do that, right click. You're going to right click there, click on the handle, right click on the handle, yes, and here where it says auto fit, I'm going to select auto fit to content. So right now, before I click on that, it is actually fixed column width. Oh, so that would be where, for instance, you fix the column width, so irrespective of whatever you put there, they would remain that size. You can actually have it auto fit to window, which would be the size of the width of your document there. But I'm going to go with this option, which is the auto fit to content. Right, so you notice that it snugs the largest content, right, or the longest in each column, right, which would be the headings. All right, next, let's just see what is next here. Also, you can also, if you want to delete, so let us say that we want to delete this last row here, right click, and when you right click, notice that this feature is present. So you have delete columns, click there. If I were to select a column, so what I just did was to delete a row, so that was delete row. Notice that having highlighted a column, it now changes to delete column. Click there. Okay, so it is as simple as that. Or if I want to delete the entire table, right click on the handle there, and notice it now changes to delete table. That's it. All right, let me just undo to bring back everything. All right, let me add too that to navigate your table, I'd recommend that you use the tab key. So the tab key is on your keypad. If you're using a laptop or a desktop, use the tab key. So notice that as I press the tab key, it moves the cursor one space to the right. Now at the end of a row, when I press the tab key, it takes the cursor to the beginning of the next row. And if I were to press the tab key here, which is the last cell in the third column, press the tab key, it automatically inserts a row. All right. Well, yes, if I want to insert a column to the right, then right click on the last column here, then go to insert, and then select what it is that I want to insert. So I want to insert a column, and the column will be to the right of this one here, which is country. Click there. So this is it here. It is this small because remember earlier I had selected auto fit to content. And of course, if I wanted to insert one before country, then it will be insert, and it will be to the left. If I want to insert a row here, that is immediately below the heading, right click there, then go to insert, and then now it should be row, and it should be above. So it should be above the row that I would have highlighted. So click that and notice it is inserted. All right. So this is just some basic stuff about how to create a table. Also, if the last thing here is that if you wish to move this table to another location, you can simply click on the handle there, right click, and then select cut if it is what you want to cut, that is move it entirely, or copy if you want to move it to another location. Now, this location may be in another document or in another part of the existing document, right? And you select paste. All right. So that is how you go about creating a table and making adjustments to it, as I would have demonstrated here. Again, please, I'm encouraging you to like, share, and subscribe. And yes, especially if you have gotten value from this video and other videos, please share the videos with others so that they can also benefit from the content. All right, so my name is Roger again. Until next time, take care.